short, not anymore. You're beautiful.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a month since I created a video, but I needed that time off because I just needed to recap. But in this video, I'm talking about my 2020 recap, some things that I went through, and some of them are great things, some of them are growing pains, and I just wanted to be vulnerable with you guys, which is something that I don't do on here, but I kind of feel like it's needed for me, and because I feel like I can help somebody that's watching this video. I'm not trying to cry in this video, but I'm not really good at expressing myself, so I kind of wrote out some topics I want to cover. Dang. Okay, so I have wrote some topics I wanted to cover on my 2020. My eyes are still red, but it's okay. I look like a frog right now. Okay. Oh, my affirmation just popped in. It says anxiety will not defeat me. What perfect timing is that, right? I was scared doing this video. I was crying last night because it's uncomfortable for me, but I'm willing to put my comfort aside if that could help somebody else, you know? Anyway, so 2020 has been an experience for all of us. The first thing I remember in 2020 was Kobe Bryant passing, which I don't watch basketball, you know, but when I seen that on Twitter, the Twitter news, I was just thinking my eyes are deceiving me, because that just didn't make sense to me. Like it doesn't make sense, right? And so, you know, I've never been like I don't think I've ever like experienced like a celebrity passing that I knew. Like, yeah, Bernie Mac died, but like now I'm getting to know Bernie Mac for real. But back then I was like, what, 7? So like, I didn't really know, you know? So I was just like, what? Like, I was literally reading it for like 30 minutes. It just shocked me like everyone else. So that's something that was very significant in the beginning. So then, of course, you know, we heard about the coronavirus overseas. Well, of course, I'm pretty sure I wasn't the only one who didn't think that it would come here. So when it came, we had to leave school. Well, by the time we left school, it was spring break. So we couldn't really do anything for spring break because of the pandemic. Like, we weren't gonna go to Florida, you know. This is when it was really fresh and nobody knew what to expect. So I was in my great aunt's house most of my time during spring break because my grandma was getting her home remodeled. So I hung out with Taya. If y'all don't know Taya, that's my best friend. She's Miss Alcorn. But yeah, I hung out with Taya, and I was with her during the week gathering items for campaign week so she can campaign for Miss Alcorn when we get back to school. Well, maybe 5 days into the spring break, the school emails us and tells us that we need to come on campus in the next 2 days and get all of our things, and we're not coming back for the semester. So I had to move out of my dorm. Did I move out by myself? Yeah. Did I make 2 trips? I can't even remember. I think I made 1 trip and my friend helped me. No, I moved out by myself. Yeah. So it was kind of stressful. My car isn't that big, so I have a lot of things, but I managed to move out all my items, and I was just kind of sad, like, dang, you know. I was looking forward to the springtime. That's when the greets come out. That's when people campaign, eat all the food, you know. I was just kind of sad, but I was like, well, I don't mind having classes online. So it was like the end of February-ish, March. I really can't even remember. I think it was like March. I was staying with my grandma, and my mom wanted me to come home because she didn't know if they were going to close the state lines, like you can't travel here and there. So I was saying I'm not about to drive 16 hours by myself, but of course she didn't want me to fly because of COVID. So I asked my partner at the time to come or help me drive home, right? And so I bought him a plane ticket to Baton Rouge like the next day, and we drove to Maryland. That was good. We were there safely, you know. We didn't make that many stops. We rested at my aunt's house for like a few hours, and then we got back on the road. So you know, I'm excited. Like, okay, I'm with my family. I got my boo here. You know, it's quarantine, so nobody wants anybody to leave, so he could just stay. So basically, he ended up talking to my people and expressed that he would like to start a fresh chapter in Maryland, if that's okay with them. Basically, he ended up staying with us, and I don't know, it's crazy because, like, you know, black families, they be like, like, you're not living, I'm not about to have your boyfriend living with me, but like, it was just more so of helping him get to where he needs to be. You know what I'm saying? Not for, I wasn't even included in the conversation, so it had nothing to do with me. It wasn't even about me, but just about him. So during that time, we were together chilling. We couldn't work because of the pandemic, but when everything opened back up, that's when we were going to start working again. So during that time, I was able to see what it's like to live with somebody. So we were together for, at that time, like a year and a half, I would say, or 2 years, something like that. And so, you know, seeing them for days at a time is different from when you're seeing them every single day. Like, I would wake up and see him. We didn't sleep in the same bed. Just had to put that out there. And my mom not going for that. But like, I would wake up and, you know, go to the other room and see him. We'll be together all day, watch a movie, and then like when I'm sleepy, I'll probably like fall asleep wherever he is, and then like wake up and then come to me, and then like it's like the same thing. And you know, it was kind of, it was cool in the beginning, but it was kind of different because we have different boundaries. I feel like we didn't set boundaries or whatever. So like if I'm on the phone, it would kind of be like, oh, who is that? Like, you know, it was like a different dynamic. It was definitely different, and I was able to see some things that honestly I wasn't able to see before we were living together. Yeah, so during that time, during the pandemic, I started my own business, Ema Ele. That's like the main, that's like the name of the company, but I go by Ema Ele because it sounds cuter and it's shorter. So I started Ema Ele when I was a like sophomore in college. I was selling phone cases because I can't braid, I don't know how to do wigs, I don't do nails. So I was like, well, there's some ways I can make money. So I would buy phone cases and resell them. Then I started getting into the jewelry business. So that's where Ema Ele was born, because I sell jewelry and accessories. So accessories can be like keychains, so it's not like, oh, is it jewelry accessories? Like, yeah, it is, but there are other accessories. Yeah, so during this time, I had got the CARES Act, and then my birthday was in May. So all the money that I got for my birthday, I spent it on inventory and getting my website developed, and yeah, like that's what I did. It was, you know, I was scared, of course, but it was the best decision I've ever made in my life. I was able to understand a little bit how business works and the maintenance that it needs and the discipline that it needs for you to see where you want your business to go. So that was like a big thing for me. I always knew that I wanted to own my own business. When I was in 4th grade, I said I was gonna own Baskin Robbins because I love Baskin Robbins. Like, I just knew I was gonna be an entrepreneur. I know that my business will grow and it'll be something that's like beyond my imagination, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, without God, like, it wouldn't be Ema Ele, and I wouldn't be who I am today. So anyway, during the pandemic, I started my business, and then in the midst of me starting my business, I went to an accountant so I can get my LLC and get the paperwork done for that. And then she granted me the opportunity to have an internship with her. So that's when I had my first internship. I was a social media manager. I ran the Instagram, the Facebook, the ads, stuff like that. So working with her, well, really working with Ema Ele and YouTube, I was able to apply what I've learned to the job and what it entails. So that was amazing. And then Chico's, I work at Chico's, it's a women's boutique, that opened back up. So on the days I was off from Chico's, I would go to intern, and then like every day I would work on Ema Ele because I would have orders, you know, to fulfill throughout the week. So I was pretty busy and very productive. So yeah, everything was pretty much working out for me during the pandemic. So at this time, you know, things are going and it's time for me to get ready to go back to school. So how did I get back to school? My mom's sister and I drove to Memphis, stayed with my cousin, and then we drove to Louisiana, and that's where I leave my stuff at during the summer. I leave it at my grandma's house. So but my boyfriend was still at my house. So, you know, during this time, it's time to start applying for jobs and stuff. So before I left, I did his resume and I applied for the jobs for him just to like help out a little bit. And he ended up getting a job, which was cool. And he was doing other things to help, you know, get him to where he wanted to be. So as soon as I got to school, our relationship started changing. I would say he became more distant, and I thought, you know, oh, well, he's working, but no, like it was more to that. And I was in school as well, but I still made time for crossing AKA, doing my work, studying, being social, and maintaining a relationship. So I don't know, I still gave him the benefit of the doubt, but it just started getting like really outrageous, you know. Like there were some things that were happening that were just like made me question, like, you know, is there somebody else? And he would get mad at me like, really, why would you ask that? So I'm like, because what you're doing is making me think that. But whenever I would kind of express myself, it was kind of diminished. Not kind of, it was diminished. So I kind of like brushed it off because I didn't really want any more problems than what I'm already seeing. So so I'm not gonna put all my business out there. I don't know, I prayed before this video. It is what it is, for real. But there was a situation that happened, and basically a girl ended up popping up at my house confronting him because She didn't know he had a girlfriend. So everything hit the fan and it was time for him to go. Basically, it was time for you to go back home because you're not doing what you're supposed to do and you're being dishonest in my house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't my house, but like my family is helping you, you know? So it didn't really seem like he took advantage, or it didn't really seem like he was doing what he needed to do while having this opportunity. So he went back home and it hurt me, you know. I don't really know everything because of course I was lied to, so I don't really know the truth to anything, but I know what I needed to know. You know, I still try to make it work, but it was hard for me. And there are some things that I did in a relationship that weren't the best, you know what I'm saying? But I always took accountability for the things that I've done, and I always listened to how the person felt. And if you know, want to move a different way, I respect your decision, and like, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But I always take accountability for like everything that, like, if I know that I did something wrong or I wasn't being considerate of your feelings, and like you telling me, then I'll respect it. I'll apologize and I'll take note of that. But it seemed like it was kind of brushed off, like oh well, like, how do I say this without sounding like I'm bashing the person, because I'm not. But they would always bring up God, so I feel like it was very manipulative, because like the situation was turned into, well, God will expose the truth. And I'm like, okay, because like this person, I was able to gain a lot about like how to perceive things and being close to God, and I'm gonna get on that in a second. But yeah, the situation was kind of flipped, and I still kind of pushed it aside, and I still try to make it work. But like, I feel like it kind of got worse. It kind of got worse for me, because like, if I'm, like I said, I'm busy doing all this stuff, trying to cross and stuff, and you like are out here thinking I'm doing all this stuff. I'm like, hold on, like I told you, I'm studying, I'm gonna do this, I got a meeting at this time, I'll call you when I'm done. But like, you think I'm lying? Like, I don't really get it. That didn't really make sense to me. But I still try to accommodate that person's feelings and making sure that they don't feel like I'm not listening, because I hear you, but I have things I need to do first, and then I'll talk to you, you know what I'm saying? But it kind of seemed like what I did wasn't good enough. And now I think about it, I feel like the whole relationship, I didn't really feel good enough. I honestly, I feel like now that I have so much support behind me, I feel like he didn't love me. I feel like he liked me a lot, but he loved what I did for him. And I didn't feel appreciated at all, honestly. Yeah, so it kind of didn't work. It didn't really work out. I'll still try to make it work. I'm not really one to like give up for real, so if I feel like I can do something to make it work, then I will. But I really feel like the breakup isn't what really hurted me the most. I would say it was like how it ended, because it was kind of like a long paragraph of things that I didn't do right, and all this stuff. And I feel like the part that hurt the most was like, oh well, you I was like, really, all the things that I did for you? Not like, oh, everything I did for you, but it's kind of like everything I did for you, and you're trying to say like I don't love you. Like, what do you mean? And then his response was, Just because you did my resume and your family opened their home to me doesn't mean you love me. That's just being kind. I could pray for you and be kind, like, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of showed me like everything I'm not gonna say no, everything I sacrificed and, you know, did for you, like, you genuinely just did not appreciate it. And I don't deserve that. Like, I don't deserve to be talked to the way that I did. I didn't deserve to be blamed for things that I had nothing to deal with. And I don't think he's a bad person. I just feel like he has a lot to work on. And yeah, like, it's deeper than me. And so anyway, during that time of like the argumental breaking up phase, I had got COVID. So I was isolated for 11 days, and that was hard for me because I had no one. Like, I'm really good with like interaction face to face, but I'm not accustomed to being alone. So during that time I was forced to be alone and really think and feel. And I'm not really good with feeling because I don't like feeling sad, you know. So I have friends that were talking to me and listening to me, and I really appreciate them for that. I was able to, I guess, process everything that I've experienced in a relationship, because if you're together with somebody for 2 years, then that's a long time to be with somebody, in my opinion. So when you don't really have the closure, because we didn't end up with closure, it was kind of like mid texting, like I was blocked, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like, that's messed up. Like, I don't know, but that hurt me, of course. So I was trying to figure out how to deal with it. I didn't experience any detrimental symptoms, and I'm so grateful and thankful. I lost my sense of taste and smell for about 5 days, and I lost 10 pounds because I wasn't hungry. I was already sad, and I can't even taste. So I would eat like cheese, bread, and water. Like, Thanksgiving food, I couldn't even taste it, so it really didn't matter, honestly. So one day I remember I was watching like the R. Kelly documentary, and his wife was talking about, she went to the National Hotline of Domestic Violence or whatever to look at a checklist of things that Robert did to her, right? And I remember watching the show, I would see the girls that he was like manipulating leave and run away, but they would come back, and I'd be like, what is wrong with them? Like, why would you go back? But I felt like I still wanted to make it work with that person, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, why would, like, I don't know why I feel like I want to do that, even though it's not healthy for me. Like, so I went on a domestic hotline website, and I was trying to look at the different types of abuse just to see. And so I couldn't find it, so I had chatted with a representative. They called them advocates, so I had advocate 84. And so I was like, hey, I was just trying to find out the link to the different types of abuse or whatever. But they sent it, I'm just say she, because I think it was a lady. So she sent me the link, and so we were just talking. She was like, how are you feeling? What's on your mind? Like, I'm here for you. And I was like, well, I feel like this, and this. And we were just talking, and like she would ask me questions like, you know, when this would happen, what would happen, like what would the response be, and what would the outcome be. And anyway, we talked, and then she was just like, yeah, like, you've been through a lot, you know. And then so she sent me, it was like 5 different types of abuse that I was experiencing. And when people think of abuse, they think it's just physical, right? But there's more to it than that, and I didn't really think of it like that. Like, cause I would try to downplay it, or kind of downplay it, because if I'm not getting necessarily hit, then like it's not abuse, you know. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, I'm gonna give one example. So one abuse is digital abuse. So that would be like, who are you talking to, what y'all talking about, unfollow them off Instagram, give me your iCloud password. Like, that was, yeah. Anyway, that's just an example of how it went. After that, I felt like I cried because I was sad, you know. And I don't think that he intentionally tried to like abuse me or, you know, anything like that. But I kind of do feel like he didn't take what I was saying seriously and into consideration. So because I allowed it to keep going on, then, you know, I didn't know. But now I know. I feel like me identifying that helped me a lot. And I wanted to get into it myself, right? 'Cause I didn't know me. So at this point, I'm reprogramming. Cause like I was lively, I got into a relationship, and I kind of stopped doing things that I would normally do to make me happy because I wanted them to feel comfortable. And then now I'm back alone again. So now I'm reprogramming myself. So I follow Alex Elle on Instagram, and she's the one that has like these positive affirmations and things like that. So I bought her book. So I purchased her book, and it's called After the Rain. So this is how it looks. When I tell y'all, this book is amazing. It's After the Rain, gentle reminders for healing, courage, and self-love. So it says, to everyone learning how to dance in the rain, your storms do not define you. Trust in your pilgrimage and uncover your joy. You are worthy. It's not necessarily a chapter book, but like she goes over 15 life lessons, I would say. So the first one is change, the second one is self-love, the third one is soothing and suffering, the fourth one is time, fifth one is validation, 6 is love, 7 is becoming, 8 is family, 9 is learning to breathe, 10 is healing, 11 is identity, 12 is comparison, 13 is dedication, 14 is acceptance, and 15 is forgiveness. So in this book, she gives words of affirmation, and she talks about her journey, but it's not necessarily like a book about her, but just some things that she's went through and how she was able to overcome it, I would say, and how you can use this in your life every day. And it's okay to not be okay, okay? It's okay to not be okay, but I would say it's not okay to stay there. Just feel the pain and identify it. It takes time. It really takes some time, but this book is amazing. Like, I feel like I'm almost done with it. I don't know, it feels like I'm almost done with it, but I want her to, she has another book and I want to buy it. This is a bomb book. I manifest every day. I have a manifestation app. It's called As I Am. I look at it every day. My notifications for today were, I know my value and my self-worth. That was 3 hours ago. And then 30 minutes ago it says, anxiety will not defeat me. And on my widget, I have it on my home screen, and this is what it says. I don't even know what it says. I let go and let be. And then I look at my Bible app every day. So I'm really just taking time to heal, and I'm loving everything. I'm loving what life has to offer me, and I just live, like, just be the best you could be. But yeah, so I'm doing well. I wanted to make this video because 2020 about to end, and I kind of wanted to say bye 2020, 2021. I'm about to graduate. I'm gonna move to my dream state. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna live the life that I want regardless, and I'm gonna have a great time. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for always supporting me. I hope this video wasn't all over the place, but I genuinely appreciate all the support. I'm finding myself, and y'all are on this journey with me. I would say I appreciate my friends, my family. I really appreciate my friends. Like, I love y'all. Like, yeah, not for life for a year. There's just one person in my corner, and I'm so grateful and thankful for them. And yeah, he my dog. He's my dog. Like, I'm grateful for you. If you watch this video, then yeah. But before I end off, this video is like really long, I'm gonna assume, but I want to purchase this book for 2 people. I want to do like a mini giveaway because I feel like this book is really going to help people. I'm trying to tell y'all. So all you gotta do is subscribe to me, follow me on Instagram, but mainly I just want you to comment 3 white hearts on any picture, and then I'll raffle it, and then I'm gonna send y'all a book, because this book is very life-changing, and it puts everything into perspective, and everything's gonna be okay. That's all I really came to say. I hope I didn't bore y'all. If y'all watched to the end, I love y'all. I appreciate you, and thank you guys so much. I hope this video didn't seem too bad. You know, I had a good 2020 and like a little rocky road or whatever, but I don't hate the person. Like, I'm praying for you, and I pray that everything works out for you. He's not gonna see this, I'm pretty sure, but I'm just letting the people know, like, it's no bad blood. Like, it's cool. Like, it's all good. Thank you guys for watching again. I hope to see you in my next video, and it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be like manifestation vision board-ish, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I love you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Sure. Not